Hey everybody, I hope this is my first time doing like a YouTube live. It's kind of weird. I'm normally on Periscope, so I decided to just try this out just to kind of see how it feels, how it looks, and how I do. I don't know, it's kind of strange because I'm normally used to shooting, like editing and kind of uploading and stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in. All right, so I'm here to announce I'll be doing my third marathon. This is actually a half marathon, but I feel like I'm training for like the long long marathon. So I'm going to be doing about a little over 13 miles. This is my third run. The first time I actually did a 10K, so not quite. It was more like 6.2-ish. Last year I did a half mile, and this year I'm going to be doing another half mile. So thanks guys for tuning in. Feel free to bring along your questions because I'm trying something new. I'm going to be doing a video diary. Thank you so much, TR. I appreciate it. So I'm going to be doing this video diary, right? I'm going to be tracking my progress because all of the runs that I've done in the past, I've always kept like a kind of like a handwritten journal. It's more like I was keeping notes in my phone, like how many miles I did and the time, the feeling, all that stuff. I'll just like write little notes to myself to help me along the way so that whatever I did right, I'll keep doing. Whatever I do wrong, I change up my routine a little bit. And so far I try to give myself at least 8 weeks preparation. Now the half marathon is, I think it's going to be the first week of May, so May 5th to May 7th. So that first weekend, it's usually on a Sunday, so it'd probably be around the 7th. And I don't know, I'm excited, and I think each week or each day, however I kind of do this, I'm going to see how much I can do in a week. I want to just share some tips, things that have helped me, things that have not helped me along the way. And so today's sort of like the hello, this is what I'm doing. I'm so excited. And I got to say this though, I find that it's weird because when I first decided to do this many years ago, I ended up being pregnant with my daughter. And I was just like, you know what? I don't care if I'm pregnant. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And I ran up until I was almost 6 months. And I went from, okay, I'm going to do the half. The heavier she got, I was like, okay, maybe I could do the 10K. And then it went down to the 5K. And then I was just like, you know what? I'm going to have to do this another time. And the second time, I said, all right, I'm going to do this marathon. I'm going to go for it. I got pregnant with my son. So I felt like I was like jinxed. So just these last couple years or so, it's kind of worked out. I mean, the first year I did a 10K, and I made it my business to go and do sort of like some kind of prep, whether it's running a few miles or just doing some kind of strength training, something to prepare me. Also health and fitness is also a big deal in terms of nutrition. So I think each journal entry, vlog, if you will, that I do, I'm going to focus on different topics. I mean, today I just want to say again a quick hello, and right now how I'm training. I think what I try to do is, let's say on the weekend, since I'm going to be running on a weekend, I like to do my long run on the weekend. So today I'm supposed to be doing 8 miles. I went to the park. It started raining. So I think I'm going to just go with the treadmill and finish out my 8 miles. So we'll see how that goes. So my long run is usually on a weekend. And then Monday I try to rest up a little bit. My daughter and I, we have this thing where we will do Zumba. So I may put in like a half hour of Zumba or something on a Monday, or just rest up. And then Tuesday, right now I'm at like 4 miles. So I'll do like maybe 4 miles on a Tuesday, and I'll do like around 5 miles on a Wednesday or 6. And then on Thursday, I'll probably do another 4 or 5 miles, kind of rest up on Friday, maybe do a light Zumba or something like that. Saturday, nothing. And then Sunday is like my long run. So that's how it's been. Last year, that's what I did. This year, that's kind of the same approach. The only difference is I'm kind of upping my game a little bit. I mean, last year I would do like maybe 3 miles, then 4 miles, then like 5. But now I think I'm going up a mile or two each day, just to kind of push myself a little bit, because I believe in setting goals. And this year's goal, as opposed to last year's goal, last year was just about finishing. I was like, let me finish. I kind of wanted to do it in, a little over 2 hours. I, didn't really meet that goal. I was more around the 220-ish range. It was actually 220. And which they say is fine. It's normal, especially for the first time. And when I did the 10K, it was like, I think it was just under 120 or around 120. And I was like, ugh. All right, so this year I'm like, okay, let me try to beat that time. Whatever it is, I just want to make my time better than it was last time and see how I do. So that's like the approach. We're going to see how that goes, and we're just going to make it happen. So I think the next time around, my next vlog entry will be sort of like, I'll talk about nutrition or something, because I've been kind of working some things out. Like, a lot of people think, oh, working out is just about going running and that's it. No, it's what you put into your body that matters. I also want to talk about like fitness, the gear, what's more comfortable to run in, things like that, how to track your pacing, cool apps that I've used, and other gadgets and stuff like that. Want to get into that as well and see how that goes. I've been kind of working and tweaking a few things here or there. I know shoes has been like oh my gosh, it's been a huge issue because I don't know if you guys are women, of course, who have had babies. Your body goes through so many different things, and I realized everything was kind of out of whack. Like, I looked fine, at times I felt fine, but running like say 3-4 miles, I'm like, okay, things are not fine. So it was just kind of like getting back into the swing of things and paying attention to the kind of shoes that I was running in. I had to make some changes there. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And just some misconceptions, just some mistakes that I've made. Also want to delve into that as well, because, I've learned a lot, my training process. And of course, running with kids, you have at-home demands, and then you're working. It's not always easy. A lot of people think, okay, I can't do this because I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. You can make it work. I mean, there's ways to do it. Carving out a schedule is so important, and I've been able to do that. Have I mastered it? Sometimes I feel like I have. Sometimes, I struggle, especially a day like today where I'm like, I'm so exhausted. But I pushed myself, took a nap, and I pushed myself. I said, all right, I'm going to go. Went to the park, and it started raining, and I was just like, all right, that didn't work out. But, the alternative, there are alternatives out there. And for me, it's like, okay, I'm going to get back on that treadmill, and I'm going to finish out. I'm just going to, even if it's, just 5 miles or whatever, I'm going to do it today. So it's about getting yourself pumped up. So that's what I intend on doing, and we'll see how that goes. If you guys are also marathon runners, please, join in on the conversation. I hope to inspire people to do their first run, or maybe, share some tips, share your stories. I find that I work very well just learning from other people as well as giving information. I think it's just so valuable. For me, health is so important. I mean, all my life, people thought, oh, are you a runner? And I'm like, no, never ran track or anything. But I've always played sports. I played baseball, I played basketball, I played volleyball, I played softball. If I wasn't playing a sport, an organized sport, I was like kind of running around with my family and my friends and whatnot. So working out has always been something that I just love doing. If I could have run track, I probably would have, but it always interfered with volleyball in the fall, basketball in the winter, and then there was softball in the spring. And then during the summer, I always play baseball and basketball to kind of catch up on my game. And then from time to time, I work out with the track team, who they also worked out during the summer months. And when I went to college and, played a little bit of basketball, it was kind of like, the track coach kind of took me under his wing and was just like, okay, let me give you some tips. And that's how I was able to kind of master it a little bit. But by all means, I'm no master when it comes to track. I just, take a couple tips here and there and have made it work for me. And I think now that, I don't play sports anymore, this is what I have, and it works. It keeps my mind clean, healthy. It keeps me feeling good. I was able to get back into shape, even though after I gave birth, especially to my son, I wasn't working out, but because I've been an athlete for so long, I felt like, my body just went back to where it was, a little bit easier. So, yeah, it's been interesting. So, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you tune in and help me out, keep me motivated. We can keep each other motivated. It should be a lot of fun, but I'm excited. So I'm holding, this is another reason why I'm doing this vlog. I'm holding myself accountable, because when you put it out there, you feel like you have to hold yourself accountable now. Because before, I started training towards like the end of February, just running here and there, nothing religious. Like I wasn't like running every day, running this amount of miles, and then, doing this and doing that and drinking my smoothies. I was kind of doing it, here and there, sparingly, whatever. And then it's just within the last couple of weeks, I was just like, you know what? Did it last year. Gosh darn it, I'm going to do it again and again. I don't know. Hopefully I'll get to that full marathon. I just am not ready. And it's not because I'm not mentally there. It's just, for me, reality is my kids are still small. They still need a lot of my time. And when you're training, you need to devote a lot of time to training. When you're doing your full marathons and you're doing those long runs, it's like one weekend. Like for me, this weekend, I want to do 8 miles. So could you imagine doing 15 miles? I'm gone like all day. I'm gone the whole day. It's kind of difficult when you have to take your daughter to dance lessons, or you have to head into a city for an audition, or you have to, do other things that requires your time and energy. And then when you're not doing anything, you're exhausted. So I don't know. I think when they get a little bit older and a little bit more self-sufficient, they're more independent, I can kind of see where that goes. So I'll never say never, but I'll say maybe. We'll see. All right, guys. I don't even know how to stop this thing, so you got to bear with me. I think it says finish. All right. So anyway, you can also follow me at weatheranchormama.com. I do share some running tips. I do write about my journey doing the 10K, the half marathon. You can also catch me talking about my family and what we do. And my husband and I, we have a couples chat here on YouTube as well, where we like to talk about topics that matter to us, especially being a multiracial family. A lot of things just hit home to us, and just fun stuff. It's not always so serious. It's fun mixed in with a little bit of, serious stuff. And my daughter and I, we do some fun curly hairstyles. So we just love being a family and just sharing tips and meeting new friends online. So I hope to see you guys here again. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Tiara. I appreciate it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Yeah, my husband and I, we're actually working on a wrap-up video. We went to see On Your Feet on Broadway. So that was just great experience. And we're going to be sharing that soon. So hopefully you can check it out. All right. So let me not hold you any further, and let me not hold up my workout any further. Love your channel. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, yes. I also do the weather. A lot of people know me as the meteorologist here in New York. And I work for one of the local cable stations. Not full-time anymore, but I do still freelance a lot. So even though I'm technically stay-at-home mom, I still work from time to time just to keep myself going and to get a little bit of a break from the everyday mundane, what could be mundane and just, exhausting. I feel like when you're a stay-at-home mom, not that you lose yourself, it's just that you become a different part of yourself comes through, and for me it was important to keep that part of my identity going. So that's why I still fill in here and there. What is a marathon called? Oh, it's the Long Island Marathon. It's the first weekend in May. This is going to be my third time. I'm doing the half, not the full marathon yet, but I'm just looking to do better than I did last year. Last year I did okay. I finished. There was some obstacles that came in the way. It was like literally raining cats and dogs, and I didn't realize how much rain could slow you down. It might have been a good thing for me to run in this rain today, but I was just like, whatever. But last year I was like running in, it was like cats, it was like torrential downpours. And I was like, okay, forget my time, whatever. I just want to finish. But I made it in 2:20. It wasn't bad. So I finished my race, and I felt good about it. I did great. When I was done, I felt great. And, I didn't feel so great like the next day. I was like exhausted, but it was worth it. All right, guys, let me not hold you up anymore. Thank you so much. I appreciate the well wishes, the comments. And I hope to see you back here again. All right, bye.